Hey! Hi everybody, it's your old pal CL9 here, and welcome back to another episode of CL9 Reviews. But guys, today's episode is going to be a little bit different. As you all may know, I review episodes of The Loud House, but you may know that we're not going to start reviewing new episodes until May 17th. Or I think that's when it starts, May 17th? Yeah, I think so. But you may be wondering why I'm here today. Well, today is May 2nd, 2017. Now, you may be asking, what's this have to do with The Loud House? Guys, it's official. It's now been 1 year. 1 year since The Loud House made its debut on Nickelodeon. And oh my God, that was a good show. Guys, The Loud House really improved Nickelodeon as a whole. It seriously started the Nickelodeon revival. I have to say that as of starting last year, Nickelodeon has seriously improved. Like, improved. Now, I'm not going to say, like, over the top improved because there's still a lot of crappy shows on there. But The Loud House, guys, it's seriously Nickelodeon's first great show, really in a long, long time. And a lot of things are happening, guys, you know. I seriously think that Nickelodeon is starting its revival back to the golden age. Because we have, you know, that out, and then we have Bunsen is a Beast, which I actually got to see finally. And I have to say, Bunsen is really good. It actually was funny. Also, we have revivals like there's going to be a Rocko's Modern Life movie coming out. We have the Hey Arnold movie coming out later this year in November. And most of all, just a couple months ago, Invader Zim announced its big return some point soon. Guys, I seriously am convinced that this is the revival of Nickelodeon. So today, to celebrate the 1 year anniversary of The Loud House, I'm going to be telling you guys some of my thoughts on the show and what I have to think of it so far. So, let's get right into it. So, what do I think about the characters? Let's go through that first. We'll start with the man of the hour, Lincoln Loud. So, what do I have to say about Lincoln? Lincoln, first of all, very awesome character. Number 2, he's the man with the plan. And number 3, he has to be one of my top 2 favorite Loud family members. Lincoln seriously is super goofy, he's funny, he's the man with the plan. He seriously is the first Nickelodeon character in a long time to really like make me laugh as you know, because I haven't laughed at a Nickelodeon show in such a long time. And seriously, Lincoln is really funny. He just takes you guys. He just takes you somewhere, guys. Like every time we get into a new episode of The Loud House, he just takes you somewhere, and you know that from the minute the episode starts, you just know that something crazy and wild is gonna happen, and that's what I like about TV shows. You know, The Loud House is a crazy and wild show, full of segments through everyday life. And guys, it's about, you know, living in a big family. Like, there are lots of people out there that live in big families. For me, for example, I don't have really much of a big family, but I grew up with I live here with my dad, I live here with my stepmom. I also have 2 stepsisters. And let me tell you, they are crazy. My stepsisters, not my parents. My parents are awesome, but my stepsisters can be like, cuckoo. But I still love them, so whatever. But guys, it's so cool. I love how the show takes you in and gets you to see what the family is like. You know, many of the sisters have personalities like Lori Loud is the texter. You know, she texts on her phone. She has a boyfriend. She's the only one in the Loud family to have a license. You have Lenny, who is the dumb blonde, you know, who walks into stuff, you know, who does like, oh, you know, you know, that kind of dumb. You have Lucy, who's like the goth, you know, she's full into mysterious stuff, you know, and she talks in a very, very scary voice like this. That was actually pretty good. You have Lynn, who's like the sports fanatic, you know, who can play many sports like football, soccer, you name it. You know, that girl can do anything. And then you have the twins, who have that sibling rivalry. You have, you know, Lola, who's the princess. And I have to say, people say that Lori Loud is not the best character. But in my opinion, I will have to say yes and no. Yes, saying, yes, Lori can be a pain at times. No, when I'm trying to say, when I'm going to the no side, Lori can also be a very nice person too. I think Lana is the only character that I really don't really like a lot. You know, Lana is a lot more crazier than Lori. And she just has a bratty attitude. But, she does have her moments. You know, during the episode Patching Things Up, we got to see her relationship with Lana. And this episode proves that even though she has that, you know, bratty little child fanatic side, she also has a heart. And she does show a very cool and honest, caring, soft side. So you gotta give her credit for that. What other characters can I go into? Oh, Luna! Luna! If I had to pick another favorite Loud family member, it has to be Luna. Luna is... oh, she's so cool. I love how she makes song references during the episode. Like in the April Fool episode, she said, she's a black magic woman, dude. Like, black magic woman. Santana and Fleetwood Mac. And then you have Everything's Gonna Be Alright. You know, that's Bob Marley. Then you have Please Give Me Shelter. You know, Rolling Stones. In fact, in the show, they have this guy named Mick Swagger, who's an impersonation of Mick Jagger from the Rolling Stones. So I think Luna has a little, you know, has an awesome... I think she just loves Mick Swagger, you know. I think she's kind of like a Rolling Stones fanatic, you know. But she likes other bands like Smooch, who we got to see during... oh, what was that name of the episode? I'm gonna forget. Anyway, never mind about that. But, seriously, if I had to hang out with a certain Loud character, my top 3 that I have to choose are Luna, Lincoln, and Lori. Lori, seriously, being my number 1 favorite because she is one of my favorite characters. Because back in 2016... back in 2016, guys, you know, I was back then 17 years old. And when I read the bio of the show, I found out Lori was also 17. And the reason why I like her, and the reason I want to really, like, if I went in the cartoon world and, like, wanted to hang out with her, it's because, you know, she's my age, you know, and I think we could seriously, you know, have, you know, a good relationship, you know. We have some of the similarities, like, she's on her phone, and I am on my devices, you know, my iPad, which I'm filming on right now, and my Chromebook that I use a lot. And yeah, I think it's just we have like that, you know, teenage, you know, I think we just have that teenage bond, you know, somehow. Okay, so now that we've gone... oh, actually, there's one character I do want to mention, Lisa. Lisa's not my favorite character. Like, I know she's the typical nerd. Okay? Like, I know Lisa is supposed to be the nerd of the family, the genius. But guys, I kinda... especially during the episode Making the Grade, which I'll get to in a second. Yeah, she's just not funny to me for some reason. Like, I think it's just every time she's on screen, she just, you know, I don't know, she just sends off a bad vibe to me. I don't know why. Really supposed to be Lucy who gives off the bad vibes, but Lucy is very funny. I like how she scares, you know, all the loud family members, you know. It's so funny. But I just don't know. I don't know. You know, it's every time Lisa, you know, appears, I don't know, she just sends off a bad vibe to me for some reason, but who knows? That's just me. Okay, getting on to the show itself, some of the episodes. So far, all the episodes except for 2, which I'll go through in a second. Actually, no. Actually, all except for 3 have been good. Like, a lot of episodes. I love, you know, my favorite season is season 2 because I read in the description before it debuted, like, it's going to focus more on the family, it's going to focus more on the relationships. And guys, when I mean they actually mean it, they meant it. Like, during season 2, guys, they really meant what they said in the description of season 2. They showed a lot more of the relationship between the family, and we got to see, you know, some of the sisters' relationships for the first time, like Lola and Lana in the episode. I'm gonna forget, am I? Patching things up. There we go again. But guys, yeah, it showed relationships like patching things up. Got to show Lana and Lola's relationship when, you know, during episodes, you know, they're mostly seen fighting all the time. This is one of the first rare moments where these two don't lock heads. They actually get along. And, you know, well, except for that moment, you know, where they had a little split up. But guys, it really shows, you know, that even though the sisters, you know, sometimes despise each other and fight with each other, personally, they love each other. And, you know, like any sibling should. But in the show itself, I am gonna have to go through some of the worst episodes of all time. I'm gonna start off with possibly... Okay, so I read this online, and some of you guys, I know when I'm gonna I know the minute I'm gonna mention this episode, you guys are gonna be seriously like, yeah, it is the worst episode of all time. No such luck. Okay. Yeah, that is the worst episode. Of 3 reasons. Number 1, Lynn was a jerk to Lincoln. Like, during the last few episodes, like, no, actually, yeah, during most of the series, Lynn, like, sure, she had that attitude side, but she mostly was seen, you know, very nice to Lincoln. This is the first episode, in my eyes, that I got to see, like, conflict between their relationship, and she talked to him, you know, very rudely, saying, "You're bad luck," you know. And the worst part is, which goes into reason number 2, she tells, she tells the entire family that he's bad luck. Like, come on, Lynn! Like, and to make things worse, which goes into reason number 3, even the parents think that Lincoln is bad luck. Like, what? How can you do this to your child? Like, that shocked me, guys. Like, I didn't know. Like, I thought the parents were gonna, like, stay out of it, you know? One of those types of episodes where you just let the kids handle it out themselves. No, they actually took the kids' side and agreed, hey, you're bad luck. Don't come with us to events. You know, I'm like, what? You know? And you know what's so sad, guys? Like, near the end, when you just think that everything's gonna go down smooth, it gets worse. Though they forgive Lincoln, Lincoln has to be in the squirrel suit because they still consider him bad luck. No lesson learned. Come on, you know? Oh, you know what episode that also wasn't learned? Possibly? Okay. This actually... No, actually, forget No Such Luck. This episode has to be the worst of the Loud House. Brawl in the Family. Brawl in the Family has to seriously be, in my opinion, the worst episode of the Loud House of all time. Because all they do during the whole episode is fight. And usually when they fight, it gets bad. And in this episode, it gets from bad to badder to worst, then rises to what Lisa said, volcano. And yeah. And all Lincoln had to do was leave, let him take care of the situation, they all get along again. And then what happens? Just like in No Such Luck, the episode gets ruined again. Lincoln has to say one little thing about the Loud Sisters. And guess what happens? The fight starts all over again. And that is why No Such Luck and Brawl in the Family is two of the worst episodes of all time. Oh, but you know what's worse than those two episodes? Making the Grade. Making the Grade is seriously, to me, the worst episode of all time. Because, number one, Lisa wasn't even funny. Number two, they did not give the girls enough screen time. And the only time they were all seen together was during the dinner scene. Like, I know the episode's supposed to be focusing on Lisa. But sometimes, some of the sisters get roles too. And sometimes they get to speak. But guys, I felt like in this episode, they did not get the proper credit they deserved. You know? And number three, you know, it's just the worst, you know? Like, that was the first Loud episode that really disappointed me, you know, a lot. You know, all the episodes from up until then were like awesome, yeah, you know, this is really good. Then you have Making the Grade. You know? And then you have No Such Luck. And then Brawl in the Family. So season 2 had, you know, its ups and downs, but it's considered the best season of all time. And I have to say, it's also one of my favorite seasons because, again, it showed the personal relationships between the Louds, and it continued to grow, you know, the bonds and the relationships between the Loud family members, you know. And again, in my opinion, it's one of, seriously, the best season of the Loud House so far. But, even though there were bad episodes, there were good ones too. One of my favorite, all-time favorite episodes was 11 Louds Leaping. And it's all because of one reason. I love Christmas specials. Yeah, that's a fact I never told you guys. I love Christmas. I love getting presents. I love Christmas specials. I just think Christmas specials, you know, get you in the moment of the holidays. Like, I don't know. Like, it's so hard to explain. It's just, every time I see Christmas special, I just want to sit in front of the TV and just, you know, sit right here and just, you know, watch the screen. And then hours later, oh, kids, time to go to bed. Santa Claus is coming. Yeah, in a minute, Dad. You know, it's like you get sucked into the moment, you know. That's why I love Christmas, you know. I think Christmas specials really show what the holiday is all about. And I think they also give you morals and show you, there's even facts about Christmas, you know, that I never even knew about. And it's all because of Christmas specials that taught me what Christmas is all about in a whole. You know, Christmas, seriously, in real life, is to be together with your family. I love my family to death. And 2, getting presents. But really, the serious truth about Christmas is to be together. And Christmas, I have to say, is one of the only times during the whole year where I get to see my family a lot, you know. Just saying. But yeah, Love Loud's Leaping. It was the first Loud House episode, guys, where I got to hear him sing. That was awesome, including Luna's singing voice. Rock on, girl. Lori was super funny during this episode. She's literally trying to open the present. And she's like this. You know, she's trying to open up the present. And then you have everyone else going crazy like, ah, you know. But guys, the best moment of that episode was something that I've been waiting for a while. Like all the Loud House fans, including me, we've been asking one question. When are you going to reveal Rita and Lynn's faces? Guys, during that episode, it finally happened. And God, guys, I was so excited. I actually saw, here's a fact, I actually saw 11 Louds Leaping while I was on my final day at Disney World in Florida. Some of you guys may know, if you guys haven't followed me on Facebook or Twitter, in November I went to Walt Disney World in Florida, and I had the best time of my life. I got to meet so many Disney characters, I got to ride on so many rides, and it was possibly the best vacation I could ever ask for. But the best moment was being out there, was to see that episode, and I'm like, that is funny! Oh, there's one more favorite moment for an episode that I love too. Lynn's jokes. Literally, 12 jokes throughout the entire episode are all about the 12 days of Christmas. Ah, epic! Well, anyways, guys, in conclusion, The Loud House is seriously, in my opinion, one of Nickelodeon's best shows of all time. Sure, it may have its ups, and sure, it may have its downs. But The Loud House will always be remembered as one of the greatest shows of all time. And things are getting even better. Loud House is set this year to release comic books. There's a movie that's coming out in 2020. Oh my god! And we have season 3 that is set to be happening possibly this summer. What? This summer? Well, that's what I heard. It's just a rumor, but it could, happen. You never know. Alright, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of CL9 Reviews. I hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts on The Loud House. And to all of the voice actors, the writers, and the man, Chris Savino, who made the show, thank you seriously, because this has to be my favorite Nickelodeon show of all time, and I don't know what to say. But all I can say is that this is seriously, by far, my favorite show from Nickelodeon of all time. Okay, other than Rocket Power, and maybe other than Assault by Ginger. But whatever. Alright, guys, thank you to... messing up my words again. Alrighty, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of CL9 Reviews. Let me know in the description if you got... in the comments, not the... Oh my god, I'm messing up again. Guys, let me know in the comments down below if you seriously want me to do these kind of reviews again, I love talking about my thoughts on The Loud House. And if you guys seriously want to see more of this, please, comment down below. And maybe I might do another sometime. Alright, guys, but I have to get going now. Oh my god, the video has been 24 minutes. Alright, guys, in all seriousness, thank you for watching this video. Click right here to subscribe to my YouTube channel, or click right here to check out my play-along video from last Friday. Thank you guys for watching. From me, CL9. Talk to you all later. Stay gold, my friends, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Oh, and The Loud House and Chris Savino, you guys are awesome. Let's have another year of awesome, chaotic adventures. Bye, everyone.